Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we are going to share top 10 deck in my opinion for the upcoming Royal Tournament, which will start in one day. Without wasting any time, let's jump into our first deck, which will be this Mortar Gy deck. So you have a 2 fireball and arrow, which are really good spells. You need to have those spells in this meta. And you have Mortar and Gy, which is your double win condition. So sometimes if you are not able to break through with Mortar, you have Graveyard. If you sometimes don't have Graveyard breakthrough with Graveyard, then you have Mortar. That's why this deck is really strong, and the defensive capability of Japanese and Inferno Dragon is really strong to kill any air unit or down unit. You have Cannon Guard for high dealing damage, and for splash you have Valkyrie. The next deck I will going to say is this Lava Hound deck. Lava Hound has a really high win rate, and it's one of the very easy to play deck. And we have added one champion here, Skeleton King. This deck is being in the meta in lots of GCs. So I hope you're going to play this deck. This is really strong, especially when the Tombstone Skeleton charge up the Skeleton King ability. And you have Miner to tank, whether you want to tank for the Lava Pups or for Skeleton King Skeleton or for Flying Machine when you think opponent is low on elixir. We have Skeleton Dragon to bait out the fireball so that your Flying Machine get more value, or any of these two can get much more value if opponent use any big spell. If they don't have fireball, then they will going to have a real struggle dealing with this deck. The third deck I will love to share is the new Logbat deck. I mean, it's kind of same deck, but we have added guards, because guard is really strong in this meta rather than Goblin Gang. Goblin Gang is not that good in this meta, and I guess the use rate of Goblin Gang is really low. So that's why we have the guard. Guard is real strong as Archer Queen, as Golden Knight, as a Skeleton King, maybe if you place correctly, otherwise you can splash all three. And you have the Inferno Tower for DPS. You have kind of a fast cycle with a Spirit and Log with Princess. It's kind of a cheaper side of deck, but it's mainly play reactively, and whenever you get Goblin Garrel, let's just do some damage. And yeah, this Logbat deck is probably the best Logbat deck right now. And the fourth is Splashyard. No matter what the meta is, Splashyard will be there. One of the versatile deck, and no matter what the meta is, Splashyard because it has a really strong defensive capability of Baby Dragon, Ice Wizard and Nado, especially Poison also now slowing down the unit. That's why this deck is really strong. You have Knight for Knight and Tombstone to distract unit. Graveyard obviously a win condition, very cheap deck, and very more defensive utility deck. And whenever you get a counter push, it's just one Graveyard, and no matter how you play, it's all about one good Graveyard push and the opponent is dead. That's the power of Graveyard. I wish they get nerfed, to be honest. Graveyard is so strong. Moving on to the fifth deck, which is a very spam mega deck. Usually it has Magic Archer, but I feel like Archer Queen is needed in the Gulliver tournament, because Magic Archer, people may just fireball that or have a good answer for Magic Archer, but for Archer Queen, the ability makes her very more defensive reliability, and at the same time more as a win condition and more offensively as well. You can have Pekka paired up with Archer Queen, it literally can stop anything. The ability is insane. You have Electro Wizard and 2-3 elixir troops, Ghost with Bandit. They literally apply a lot of pressure. Obviously Battleground as your win condition, so this deck is also strong. And moving on to deck number 6. So this is also the same deck like the Splashyard. No matter what the meta is, this deck will be in the meta for sure. The Lumberloon deck, from which Mugi won the CRL, obviously by freezing the Archer going to the Moog. That was insane game for Mugi. But yeah, this deck has a really strong defense as well, and it's all about the one push, same as Graveyard. One loon hit, done. One freeze, you are done. That's if opponent get King Tower activation, then you may rely on other supporting unit to make a huge push. Other than that, I feel like Loon, that damage on one hit should be enough for winning the game. And moving on to deck number 7, we have a Royal Giant deck. So no, Mother Witch is kind of bad right now in the meta, but only one deck Mother Witch is good at it. This Royal Giant deck. You have Fisherman capability with the Royal Giant to pull any tank killer, and then you have Dark Winds for splash, and has guard and shield, so it can survive a hit. You have Mega Minion as you're mainly relying air counter, but mother is also good if you bet out something. So yeah, this Roseanne deck you should try out. It's also really strong. And moving on to number 8. This is another bridge spam deck, but it has Golden Knight. So Golden Knight is really strong right now with his ability, and the casual community confirmed that it will going to get a nerf. So I am not sure what kind of nerf it is getting, but in the latest CWA video I saw Golden Knight about, I think Max talk about it, like it will going to get a nerf for sure. Then this deck is really strong. It doesn't have a win condition, that's a problem with this deck, but you always get a lots of value with the Ghost, Bandit, Magic Archer at the bridge for chipping down. Golden Knight ability is also instant fireball, cycling at the late game. You have cannon card for a defense and at the same time an offense, and it just changes to building. So that's the great ability of cannon card. So at this no win condition, bridge spam deck is really strong. You should try this as well. Moving on to number 9. This is another log bait deck. This deck is also being there. You can go with Prince as well, but I really like the Dark Prince as a splash, and because of the shield I like Dark Prince much more. This deck is also really good in the meta. And yes, also the log bait, you have Princess, Dot Goblin and Goblin Barrel to bet out the log, and you have guards as well. Guard is insane in this meta. It's really good distraction unit. You have Rascal as well for air, and the Rascal girl also got buffs. So this deck you should also try out. Now moving on to number 10. This is another kind of a Mortar Miner deck. So this deck is in the meta, in the start of the meta, but right now I think there's a little bit this deck is not being played that much, but it has a great potential to bait out opponent, and it has a really quick cycle of 3.3. so this deck is also really good. So yeah, that should be it for the video. I hope you like, and I guess I'm going to try any of these top 10 deck. So yeah, thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow with the global tournament. So yeah, thank you for watching. Peace.